Hey guys, it's Victor and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my entire 4K and Blu-ray collection. And honestly, I am really excited to show you guys this collection. It has literally been in the works for like the last 15 years. A lot of changes in my collection, of course, and I'm finally ready to share what I've been collecting all this time. So a little bit of a backstory here. I've pretty much grown up watching lots of movies, and you know, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings are some of the notable franchises in my life that I think have inspired me to pursue filmmaking and videography, and you know, a lot of the arts that come with it, like writing and stuff. I've always loved film. Like I said, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings played a big role in that, and yeah, I just love a good story being told. And you know, I've always been of the mentality of like, you experience a movie, you just don't watch a movie. And there's just something about buying physical media that is all part of the experience, and I'm just, you know, excited that I get to share that part with you guys. Like I said, this collection has been in the works for the last 15 years. I've actually been collecting Blu-rays more than I have my actual Star Wars collection that I have in my bedroom, but that's a video for another time. So we're gonna be getting started here, but before I go any further in the video, if you guys are new around here, please go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel. It definitely does show you guys the support for more content like this. And let's go ahead and get started. One more thing before I go any further is that I just wanted to go over how I collect real quick. So I don't always feel the need to like buy everything, so my collection may not be as massive as other people's here on the platform, but I will say my collection is definitely more refined, more curated, I guess is the right word. And my collection is still going through phases and will probably continue going through phases while physical media is still alive and running. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. All right, you guys, so up on this top shelf, I have my entire Marvel collection. So here, starting off, we have Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, Marvel's The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Thor the Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Alright, and then we have Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor the Dark World, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, probably my favorite, one of my favorite comic book films of all time, Spider-Man Far From Home, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, The Eternals. Yeah, this is definitely Marvel's first bad movie. I mean, it's not terrible like some people make it out, but it's definitely not my favorite. Spider-Man No Way Home, definitely one of my favorites. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, this movie does not compare to the first Doctor Strange. Like, it's definitely a step down. Some people love it, but it's not for me. Here we have Thor, Love and Thunder. We have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the best of the trilogy. We have also here The Marvels. A lot of people did not like this movie. I actually didn't mind it that much. That was actually pretty good. Here we have Deadpool. And we have Deadpool 2, the super duper cut. Then we have Deadpool 3, which is probably my favorite of the Deadpool films. Yeah, that is the Marvel section. All right, we have a little bit of Deadpool area here. Got the popcorn bucket. I didn't really like the way that the Wolverine helmet looked. I just feel like for my aesthetic that I have going on over here, it would just mess it up. So I just go ahead and took the Wolverine helmet off and just kind of left the bucket right there along with this little mini pop that I got from one of my packages. All right, so here you guys, we have a lot of the DC movies and the X-Men. So here we have Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, Ultimate Edition, Suicide Squad, The Bad One, Wonder Woman. This is probably the best film in the DC universe. I just love that movie. I love Wonder Woman and I love Man of Steel. I know Man of Steel gets a lot of crap, but I really do enjoy these two the most. We have Justice League, the one that everybody also doesn't like, but I don't mind it. We have Aquaman, Wonder Woman 1984. This movie also does get a lot of crap. I personally really enjoy it. I just think it's a great film, and it's super cheesy, but like, I don't know, there's just something about it that I really enjoyed. Here we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. This movie is definitely an improvement over the theatrical Justice League film. I just also feel that Zack Snyder's film does have a lot of unnecessary things in it. Like the movie, for example, just didn't need to be 4 hours long, and I can totally see why Warner Brothers wanted to trim a lot of that down. I mean, I feel like this one should definitely been the one that should have been released. Then we have The Flash. So funny story, I actually had a very emotional experience with this movie. There's just something about the mother and son relationship that really connected with me. You know, just because I'm a mama's boy, and you know, that message really hit home on an emotional level. So I love that movie. Here we have Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle, I think, is a really good film. On a cultural level, you know, being Hispanic, I loved the representation in this film. Definitely excited to have a Latino superhero finally on the big screen. And, you know, I thought the movie was overall pretty good. Definitely excited that they're keeping the main actor for a future DCU film, so I'm definitely excited to see more of this character. And then Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I'm also glad that Jason Momoa is staying in the DCU, but probably as a different character. But yeah, this movie though, I will say a lot of people gave it crap. I also still enjoyed the crap out of this movie, so I thought it was pretty good. Alright, here now we have the X-Men film series. Here we have X-Men, X2, X-Men United. Probably one of the best X-Men movies ever. X-Men The Last Stand, the Wolverine. As you guys can tell, I do not have X-Men Origins Wolverine just because that movie is just so terribly bad. Here we have X-Men Days of Future Past. I think this is the Rogue cut. I had bought the movie again just so that way I could get the slipcover, so that way I can put it over my Rogue cut version. Also because I had upgraded to the 4K version. Here we have X-Men Dark Phoenix. And then we have the best comic book movie out there in Logan. One of the best, I shouldn't say the best, but one of the best for sure. And then here we have this Walmart 3-pack that I bought, which consists of X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, and X-Men Apocalypse. So here we have all of those X-Men movies, and finally can't wait for the X-Men to join the MCU finally. Definitely excited for that. Alright you guys, on this side I kind of have like my box sets slash film collections. So all the main franchises that I collect are probably on this side. So starting off at the top we have 2001 A Space Odyssey, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the Daniel Craig 007 James Bond 5 film collection, the Dark Knight trilogy, Harry Potter 8 film collection, the Hobbit motion picture trilogy, the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy, Indiana Jones 4 movie collection, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Mission Impossible 6 movie collection, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. And then here we have the Scream franchise. We have Scream the original trilogy, films 1 through 3, Scream 5, and then Scream 6. I think Lionsgate is working on the remaster of Scream 4 for 4K, and I think that's supposed to come out sometime later this year. Alright, so here is my little mini Star Wars section that I have. We got some popcorn tins and we have the movies. Definitely need to upgrade the films to 4K, so hopefully Disney does a major re-release here sometime in the near future. You know, because I definitely would like to upgrade them. So here we have Star Wars The Complete Saga on Blu-ray, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Here we have Star Wars The Last Jedi. I have to say I actually really quite enjoy that movie. I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for that. And then the Star Wars movie that I love to hate is Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. If we're going to hate a movie, let's actually hate one that's pretty terrible. Rogue One. Probably one of the best Star Wars film that Disney has released. Solo, A Star Wars Story. Not a bad movie. Here we have The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian Season 2. Sorry about the glare, you guys. Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 3. Which, not my favorite season, but I still liked it for the most part. Here we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, not the best, but definitely deserved a lot better, to be honest. Andor. Hot take. For some of you Star Wars fans, I think Andor is probably the best pieces of Star Wars since, I don't know, the original trilogy. Alongside The Mandalorian, the first season at least. Yeah, Andor, can't wait for season 2. Maybe by the time I upload this video, season 2 might be out, but yeah, I definitely can't wait to watch season 2. And then last but not least, we have Ahsoka season 1. I actually really like that show a lot. Alright, here we have some more box sets and some more obscure titles. Well, I guess not obscure, but like more of some of my niche stuff, I guess. Like I have a bunch of boutique labels here and steelbooks. So here we have When the Titans Ruled the Earth, double pack of Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans from Arrow Video. This was actually my first boutique label purchase, so I really like that. Next we have Hugo. Just rewatched this movie the other day. Definitely gives a good reason as to why I love film. Like this movie just describes that in every single way. Just I love cinema, and Hugo definitely is a testament to the world of cinema, to the history of cinema, I should say. Next up we have David Lynch's Dune. My only Criterion Collection film in All of Us Strangers. This movie made me cry. It totally messed me up emotionally. Very good though, very good. And then here we have my only Marvel television series in WandaVision. Yeah, I definitely want to get Loki seasons 1 and 2. Again, I don't feel the need to buy all the Marvel shows. Again, only just because I only really liked WandaVision and Loki, to be honest. Then here we have The Wizard of Oz. Wicked, this is the Walmart exclusive steelbook. Gladiator. Gladiator 2. And then next up we have one of my favorite films ever in Snowpiercer. Definitely one of my favorite action films of all time. And then here we have the Game of Thrones complete series. So now we're entering the bottom shelves here. So here we have 1917, The Abyss, Alien, one of my favorite movies of all time, Alien Covenant. A lot of people give this movie crap. I still kind of enjoyed it somewhat. Obviously not the best Alien movie, but definitely better than Aliens 3 and 4 for sure. Alien Romulus, definitely love that slipcover art. Pretty neat packaging here. And then one of the best sequels ever made in Aliens. I do not know why I have this one over here, but I have Alita Battle Angel. This is just the regular Blu-ray. It shouldn't be over here. Alright. And here we have American Sniper. Arrival. Annihilation. Avatar. Avatar: The Way of Water. Baby Driver. Bad Boys 2 film collection. I guess I'll just keep that there. Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Barbie. The Batman. Definitely love this movie. Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2049. definitely a great legacy sequel. The Birth of a Nation. The Cabin in the Woods. Definitely a fun movie to watch during, you know, Halloween season. Creed. Creed 2. Creed 3. Civil War. The Color Purple. The Conjuring 3. I think the first two are supposed to be coming out on 4K sometime later this year, so definitely looking forward to those. Crazy Rich Asians. The Creator. This movie should have definitely gotten a little bit more love than what it did. It's definitely a great science fiction film. One of my favorites. Dread. Dune. And Dune Part 2. I definitely think that this movie should have won Best Picture, but that's just my opinion. Both of the Dune movies are just fantastic and probably one of my favorite sci-fi films, you know, of all time. I really love Dune, and I loved the book. So I'm getting around to reading Dune Messiah here soon, and yeah, I can't wait for Dune 3, which is probably gonna bring back the entire cast for the most part. And yeah, I definitely look forward to more Dune. Dune Prophecy, the show, was pretty decent, I think, but yeah, the movies are definitely better in my opinion. Here we have a Christopher Nolan movie, Dunkirk. Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then Evil Dead Rise. Alright, and then underneath we have some more 4K titles. Here we have The Exorcist, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore. One of my favorite films of all time, Ghost. I absolutely adore this movie. It's such a great film. Gets me every single time. Halloween. Hold on, let me focus here. Halloween 2018. Halloween Kills. And Halloween Ends. I actually kind of enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I know a lot of people give it crap, but I really enjoy it. Hereditary, one of the best horror films I've seen in my lifetime. Hidden Figures. The Hunger Games. And then The Hunger Games Catching Fire, which is probably the best sequel out there. The best sequel in the franchise, to be honest. Mockingjay Part 1 and Mockingjay Part 2 were just kind of a little bit of a letdown in my opinion. And then The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Not a bad movie, but definitely still doesn't match up to the level of the first two Hunger Games movies, in my opinion. Here we have It, Chapter 1. It, Chapter 2. I always like that slipcover. Very creepy. Here we have Joker. Kill Bill Volume 1. And Kill Bill Volume 2. Some of my favorite films ever made. I was literally like 8 years old watching these movies. I had no business watching these movies at that age, but you know, I turned out okay. King Kong, the remake by Peter Jackson. Love that movie. Here we have Kingman, Kingsman: The Secret Service, Knives Out. I definitely need Netflix to release the sequel, Glass Onion, on some type of format, you know, whether it's in the Steelbook or just a standard 4K or in the Criterion Collection. I don't know, I don't care. I just need it to go along with Knives Out. Here we have King Kong. It is a King Kong movie, Kong Skull Island. Here we have Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla and Kong, Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire, Godzilla -1, definitely one of the better Godzilla films. Yeah, definitely love that movie. Here we have La La Land. Definitely should have won Best Picture in my opinion. We have the Lego Movie, the Lego Batman movie, Love, Simon, another LGBT film that I just absolutely adore. Mad Max: Fury Road, probably one of my favorite action films of all time, I have to say. I really love this movie so much. The action in it is just phenomenal. Like, I really would have hoped that they would have continued that story, but instead we got Furiosa: A Mad Max Saga, which is a pretty good prequel. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to see Tom Hardy back as Mad Max, but this prequel is a pretty good film, I would say. Definitely underrated. Didn't do well at the box office, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So that's that section. Here we have my next section here. All right. So here we have Mean Girls. I love this slipcover. I put it in a nice protective case. But yeah, Mean Girls. Love this movie. Definitely one of my favorite comedies of all time. Here we have A Nightmare on Elm Street, Nosferatu. I think this is probably my favorite film by Robert Eggers. I do not own The Northman. I do want to get it. But yeah, it's just one of those movies that I just haven't gotten around to purchasing yet. I saw it in theaters a long time ago when it came out. The Nun, Oppenheimer, Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. I actually really like this movie. This movie didn't do a lot at the box office, but I think it was pretty good. Here we have another Walmart 2-film collection with The Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn. And then we have War for the Planet of the Apes. And then Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is a film I actually really love. A lot of people had mixed feelings on it, but I really liked it. Next up we have Prey. Another movie that it was a mixed bag, but I really like it. Prometheus. A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place Part 2. A Quiet Place Day 1. Ready Player One. The Shape of Water. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows. The Shining. Doctor Sleep. A Star is Born. The Substance. Sully. Talk to Me, Titanic, Tenet, The Terminator. I have Terminator 2, I just fell behind. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Love that movie. Terminator Dark Fate. I actually found some enjoyment in that movie myself, but you know, everybody loves to hate it. Here we have Top Gun. And then the best legacy sequel out there, or one of the best, in Top Gun Maverick. Definitely think that it is a better film than the first Top Gun. I know a lot of people from the 80s love the first Top Gun, but I definitely think Top Gun Maverick is such a better film. Alright, and here we just have the end of my, well, I guess a mix of 4Ks and Blu-rays. A lot of the Transformers movies I have are Blu-ray, and then a few of them are 4Ks. I definitely need to upgrade these. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Transformers Age of Extinction, Transformers The Last Knight, my favorite Transformers movie, Bumblebee, and then Transformers Rise of the Beast, which is probably the best Transformers movie, well, since Bumblebee, but since the original, I will say, the Michael Bay, the first Michael Bay movie. Here we have Twister, and then the sequel, Twisters, and the Ultimate Cut Watchmen, The Wild Robot, Wonka, and Us. And then right over here we have my little Avatar Special Edition collection. Here's the first Avatar and Blu-ray, then Avatar, and then Avatar The Way of Water. Alright guys, so my camera died, so I'm gonna finish filming this video on my iPhone. Alright you guys, so the way that I collect my Blu-rays, I actually have them separated by studios. So here I have my small little Paramount section. I have Boyhood, Dora the Explorer, I don't know why I have that movie, Instant Family, Christopher Nolan's Interstellar, Saving Private Ryan, Silence, this is a beautiful movie, it definitely needs a 4K upgrade, Titanic on Blu-ray, Noah, and then I have Star Trek Into Darkness, Star Trek Beyond, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Alright, and then down here we have my Disney collection. Here in the front we have my Blu-rays. Alright you guys, so here we have my Disney collection. I just shifted everything so that way it's easier for me to pull out of here. So here we have Bambi, Beauty and the Beast live action remake, Beauty and the Beast the animated feature, Cinderella, Elemental, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, Inside Out 2, The Jungle Book, The Lady in the Tramp, The Lion King, Moana, Moana 2, definitely not as good as the first one, Peter Pan, Pinocchio, Saving Mr. Banks. I really love this movie. Such a great movie. Snow White, and Zootopia. And here we have Pirates of the Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, Toy Story, Toy Story 3, Tron Legacy, Aladdin, Cinderella, Coco, Frozen 2, Walmart exclusive, Lightyear. I actually really like this one. Here we have the Little Mermaid remake. I also really like this movie quite a bit. Lion King remake. And then I have this Mufasa Steelbook, which I actually think I like Mufasa a lot more than I like the live action Lion King remake, to be honest with you guys. Here we have The Nightmare Before Christmas, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man 10 Low Tales. Here we have Snow White again, but this is the 4K version. And then we have Toy Story 4. And then up here we have a few more box sets. We have The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, then we have Gone Girl, the 4K release of 7 that just got released. Don't know why they do this type of packaging, I just don't get it. And then The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And then Star Wars 3D Special Edition, The Force Awakens. Alright guys, we are almost done. Just two more shelves. Alright, here we have Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, Annabelle Comes Home, Argo, The Blind Side, The Conjuring, and The Conjuring 2. Definitely some of my favorite horror films of all time. Crazy Stupid Love. This movie needs a 4K. It is hilarious. It's also a really good film. Probably one of my favorite Steve Carell films as well. Cloud Atlas. This movie definitely has a special place in my heart. I love this movie so much. There are people who hate it, there are people who love it, and I don't know, just this movie just talks about love, and just I love how it's able to, you know, have a really cliched meaning of love and turn it into like this kind of complex adventure slash story in a way. I don't even think I'm describing the film well. Like, that's how crazy this film is. It takes place during 6 different timelines, and I just, you know, I love how it pretty much it says how we are all connected in, you know, some way, and how we affect the past, present, and the future. This is a triple feature: The Departed, Goodfellas, and The Aviator. I always want to say Live, Die, Repeat, but this is Edge of Tomorrow. Then we have Elf, probably my favorite Christmas film. Gravity, The Green Mile, I Am Legend, Inception, The Last Samurai. This movie definitely needs a 4K upgrade. I know I need to upgrade a few of these titles to 4K, but you know, this one definitely needs one. Lights Out. This movie, I have to say, this movie is also so good. Nobody watched this movie when it came out. It's called Midnight Special. It's so freaking awesome. The Polar Express, probably my second favorite Christmas movie. Prisoners, The Shawshank Redemption. Here we have Shazam, and then here we have some, I think, Touchstone titles. We have Lincoln and Christopher Nolan's The Prestige. Alright, now we're heading on to our Universal titles. Here we have the Bourne Trilogy, Jason Bourne, The Danish Girl, The Edge of 17, definitely a great coming of age story. Good Boys, First Man, Jordan Peele's Get Out, one of my favorite horror films of all time as well. We have Jurassic Park. Then we have Jurassic World, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then Jurassic World Dominion. Then we have the Mummy Ultimate Collection, Split, Spotlight, The Theory of Everything, love that movie. Tropic Thunder, one of the best comedies ever. Then we have the Fast and Furious, the original, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. A lot of people like that movie. I think it's probably one of my least favorites, to be honest. Fast and Furious, Fast 5. Now that is like probably my favorite Fast and Furious movie. Then we have Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, my second favorite Fast and Furious movie. And then we have The Fate of the Furious. Then we have F9, The Fast Saga, probably the worst one of the franchise. Here we have American Werewolf in London, Bridesmaids, Chef, Les Mis, Pitch Perfects 1 and 2, and then here in the back corner we have Pride and Prejudice. And that was the Universal section of my collection. Alright, you guys, we're almost done. Last shelves, I should say. Alright, so here we have, alright, so here in the way back over there we had Ad Astra with Brad Pitt, Birdman, The Favorite, Independence Day, Jackie, The Martian, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, The Revenant, Widows, 12 Years a Slave, Black Swan, The Fault in Our Stars, Free Guy, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Heat, I, Robot, Life of Pi, Master and Commander, The Peanuts Movie, Planet of the Apes, Spaceballs, Spy, This is a very underrated comedy. I wish more people knew that this movie existed. This movie is freaking hilarious. Unstoppable, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, Inferno, Ghostbusters, the reboot, I guess. Hot take, I actually really like this movie. Didn't grow up watching any of the original Ghostbusters. That's definitely on my list of things to do. But at this moment, all I have to say is that I unapologetically love this movie. I don't love it. I enjoy it quite a bit. I think it's pretty funny in my opinion. Searching, great movie. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Then we have Venom. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I don't know if I'm going to buy the third Venom. I don't even know if I really want to keep these Venom movies in my collection. I'm actually not a fan of them at all. I mean, they do have entertaining qualities, but I don't know if I necessarily want to keep them in my collection. 21 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street, some of the best comedies ever. Then we have Alpha. Call Me By Your Name. Don't Breathe. Easy A, one of my favorite films growing up. And here we have the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons 2-pack. This one has the extended cut and then the extended cut of those two movies. My favorite Angelina Jolie film, Salt. And then we have a great shark film, The Shallows. Alright, and we're, just so you guys know, we are finishing up the Sony section here with Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. Oh, Spider-Man 3. I had those wrong. Spider-Man 2. And then Spider-Man 3. Need to upgrade those to 4K at some point. Abominable. Really cute film. How to Train Your Dragon 1. How to Train Your Dragon 2. And How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World. And we have here Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda 2. Kung Fu Panda 3. Kung Fu Panda 4 in 4K. Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. Hacksaw Ridge. Hell or High Water. Manchester by the Sea. Moonlight. Like I said, this movie was really good, but I think La La Land deserved that Best Picture win. Here we have A24's Priscilla. Room. Sicario. Probably my favorite Denis Villeneuve film besides Dune. And Arrival. I mean, everything he does is fantastic. Prisoners is also a great movie. Just his entire filmography is some of the best that I've seen. Like, almost compared to maybe Christopher Nolan or Alfonso Cuarón. Like, he's fantastic. One of my favorite westerns, 3:10 to Yuma. Another one of my favorite westerns, Django Unchained. This was my first A24 film when it came out. Ex Machina, one of the best. The Impossible. Let Me In. I have fond memories of watching this for the first time at home. And just, this movie is so good. So good. And I just feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. You know, I love this movie. Let Me In is, I don't know, for me, it's like almost a classic. Like, I really love this movie. No Country for Old Men. I definitely want to get the Criterion Collection, the 4K of this. It's such a great movie. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Such a great coming of age story. Love that movie. And then here we have Twilight New Moon, Twilight Eclipse, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1, and then last but not least, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 Extended Edition and Breaking Dawn Part 2. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I really have a fun time with those Twilight movies. They are so terribly bad, but just I found myself, it's just a nostalgia factor at this point. You know, the hype of those movies were wild when I was growing up, so I personally find enjoyment in them. I know that they're pretty bad films, but what can I say, I really enjoy them, and obviously I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion on that. But yeah, these are all of my movies. I know there are some definite hot takes in there. I wish I could talk about these movies more in depth, but if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. I definitely want to make like top 10 videos on, you know, some of my favorite pieces of physical media and stuff. So yeah, let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, and just talk more in depth about movies. But if, you know, talking about films is something that I should implement on my channel, just please go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. All right, you guys, so that is my entire movie collection. Please go ahead and let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any recommendations on what I should add, and definitely let me know in the comment section below if you guys are interested in me talking more about films on my channel. It is definitely a side of me that I would like to share, but yeah, please go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Please let me know your thoughts on this video. If you guys are new around here, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It definitely will help me grow as a creator. And overall, I just really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a really great time going over, reviewing some of these movies with you guys, just, you know, showing you guys what I have. And yeah, I hope to do an update video within the next few months or so. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.